8. Denial of Wilayat and Imamate. The 12 Imams. Amirul Mominin Ali A.S. Hassan, Hussain, Ali Zainul Abidin, Muhammad Bakir. Jafar Sadiq, Musa Kazim, Ali Rida, Muhammad Taqi, Ali Naki, Hassan Askari and Mahdi Sahibuzaman are the true successors of Muhammad Mustafa. The tyrant caliphs of Bani Umayyah and Bani Abbas compelled the people to deny the imamate of these imams because of jealousy and desire for temporal power. The cure for doubts regarding imamate and wilayat is that we study the books on this subject. For example, in Arabic we have Sa'id Murtada's Sahifa, Sa'id ibn Tawas Taraf. Similarly in Persian we have Kifayatul Muwahhidin. These books contain the traditions of all sunnat. Types of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy means double-facedness. A contradiction between his apparent and hidden self. Apparently, he is a believer but his inner self is in disbelief. His outer appearance is good but his internal condition is evil. Hypocrisy is of three types. 1. Hypocrisy against Allah regarding actual faith. 2. Hypocrisy with Allah regarding the necessities of faith. 3. Hypocrisy with others. First type. Hypocrisy against Allah regarding actual faith. A hypocrite does not sincerely believe in Allah and the hereafter. However, he shows himself to be a Muslim before other people. His intention is that the Islamic commandments may be in his favor. 4. Example, he may be considered clean or pure in the society. He can marry among the Muslims and he can benefit from inheritance etc. Such people are mentioned in Surah Baqarah. And there are some people who say, "We believe in Allah and the last day," and they are not at all believers. 3. And Quran also says, "And when they meet those who believe, they say, 'We believe,' and when they are alone with their Satans, they say, 'Surely we are with you, we were only mocking.'" 4. This is the worst stage of hypocrisy. Nothing can be considered more serious. The punishment of such hypocrites in the hereafter shall be worse than infidels. They shall never be able to get salvation. In addition to their degradation and punishment, the Quran also states that it is necessary to remain aloof from them. A large portion of the Muslim community has always consisted of hypocrites. It is obligatory for every Muslim to express immunity from them, whether they are alive or dead. We should curse them. 4. Example, the hypocrisy of Yazid ibn Muawiyah is obvious. Indeed, such hypocrites have caused more harm to Islam than infidels. Dissimulation and its types. We should know that hypocrisy with Allah is that a person apparently poses as religious while concealing his infidelity so that he can gain benefits of religiousness. However, dissimulation, which is obligatory according to reason and Sharia, is very much different from hypocrisy. Dissimulation denotes the denial of one's faith from the deniers of truth, so that one's life, honor and wealth remain safe. With the condition that not practicing dissimulation causes no benefit to the faith. If a believer expresses his faith, he shall be subjected to murder, robbery or loss of honor, then in this condition it is obligatory on him to observe dissimulation and conceal his faith. If the expression of truth will strengthen religion, giving up of dissimulation is recommended. 4. Example, the case of Mitham Tamar, or Abu Zar Ghifari and Hujr bin Adi. These loyal companions did not observe dissimulation, and whenever there is a risk of the truth being destroyed or harmed, it is prohibited to observe dissimulation. In this case, avoiding dissimulation becomes obligatory. That is why the chief of the martyrs, Imam Hussain A.S., did not observe dissimulation. In short, dissimulation is of three types: obligatory, recommended and prohibited. It is possible that in some cases it could also be permissible muba and detestable makruh. Difference between dissimulation and hypocrisy. So we realize that when dissimulation is obligatory or permissible muba, it is not construed as hypocrisy. It is the opposite. That is, when dissimulation is not permitted or obligatory and a person observes it, this shall tantamount to hypocrisy. Whenever dissimulation is obligatory or permissible, even intellect says that it is a necessity and is a good thing. When dissimulation is obligatory and the person fails to observe it, he is said to have acted against reason, because he would have wasted his life and died for no just cause. This is nothing but gross foolishness. The holy law of Islam has permitted dissimulation or the concealment of one's faith only when there is a Danger to one's life, honor or property. The following verses of the Holy Quran testify to this. Surah Ali, Imran, verse 28, and Surah Nahl, verse 106. The traditions of Ahlul Bayt also greatly emphasize the importance of dissimulation. However, it is beyond the scope of this book to quote them here. Second type. Hypocrisy with Allah regarding the necessities of faith. There is a person whose faith regarding Allah and the day of recompense is very weak. Either he does not possess the necessary items of faith or they are deficient and weak. Yet he falsely claims that he possesses all the necessary principles of faith. Such a person may believe in day of judgment, accounting, scales of deeds and hellfire, but he does not fear them at all. Yet he claims, I fear Allah. I am terrified of the day of judgment and accounting. The proof of the falsity of his claim is the way he commits sins in an unhindered way. He sins without much ado. If one fears that a particular eatable is poisonous, he would not even dare to touch it. In the same way, one who is fearful of divine justice and retribution will never commit sins blatantly. Regarding this as a statement of a learned person, if you are asked whether you fear Allah, you must remain silent, because if you say you do not fear Him, you will become a disbeliever. If you say, I fear Allah, you would have lied, because the sign of Allah's fear is flight from sins. A believer is not a habitual sinner. The fact is that a believer considers Allah as all-seeing and omnipresent all the time. He remains afraid of His chastisement and is in awe of His justice. That is why he does not commit sins in a blatant manner. He never denies divine punishment. Even if he sometimes commits a sin due to the overpowering of selfish desires, satanic instigation or vanity regarding the divine bounties, he is immediately remorseful and repents for his sin. He seeks forgiveness at once and tries to compensate for his misdeed. In other words, occurrence of sin is no proof of lack of belief. The proof of disbelief is failure to repent for one's sins. It is related from Imam Muhammad Baqir A.S. that he said, one who is pleased with his good deeds and remorseful of his bad deeds is a believer. Imam Zainul Abidin A.S. says in Dua Abu Hamza Thumali, O my God, when I disobeyed I was not denying your lordship, and neither did I consider your command unimportant. I did not consider ineffective your retribution. I did not belittle your promise of chastisement. Yet I committed a mistake. Myself led me astray. My carnal desires overpowered me. My depravity helped me in this regard. The shade of the freedom that you had given me made me careless. Spending in Allah's way is a sign of hope in Allah. Another form of hypocrisy with Allah is that man claims falsely to have hope in Allah, while he has no such hopes or hopes little. He says, I repose hope in my God. This is a lie, and its proof is that he is hesitant to spend his life and property in the way of Allah. He considers spending in the way of Allah a loss. He does not think that Allah will recompense him in the world and the hereafter. If he had hope in Allah, he would not have hesitated to even give his life in Allah's way. Thus, the proof of having fear of Allah is abstinence from sins and performance of repentance. Abstinence from sins is proof that the person hopes that Allah will reward him for the same. That is why he strives to be obedient. The hard work that human beings put in for worldly affairs indicates that they expect something material in return. What all man says and writes in hope of material gains. False claim of piety and